The Bob House OnlyFans, the Bob House OnlyFans content house. This is gonna be interesting. It's by Hey, it's Talia. My body's not ready. My body's not ready for the Bob House. This is we'll just get into it. I have seen this lady here somewhere before. I can't pinpoint where, but I've seen her somewhere. Maybe on TikTok? I don't know, but she does seem familiar. We'll just look.
She made a whopping 43 million in 2024.
43 million. Oh, well that's nice. That's awesome. Good for her. I guess. The Bob House, the Boob House, no, the Bob House.
Sophia Rain just revealed who her top spender was, and he spent almost $5 million.
What happened to shame? Why don't we bring back shame? Should we bring back shame, Chad? I think we should bring back shame. What happened to shame? You're not a man. You're a walking bank account.
Dollars.
All right, how much did you make last month?
6 million.
All right, next person. That was underwhelming. I don't even.
What do you do for a living to afford a car like this?
I do.
How much do you make?
That's the same chick, by the way. That like does Alabama stuff with her like not like literally Alabama stuff, but Alabama adjacent stuff with I think her grandfather or father, I'm not sure, and her little brother.
Lems.
How much is this car?
500? I don't know. I don't look. I just tap. I don't have time for this. Like I just pay for it, you know? The G-Wagon, I could crash it. I wouldn't give a about it.
The Bob House is the first OnlyFans content creator house.
A 17-year-old girl was the most requested creator to join the Bob House.
You joined OnlyFans the night you turned 18?
I think so, yeah.
And
What happened to society that dudes are literally spawn camping for a barely legal girl to make an OnlyFans? Like, what happened? If you're somewhat pretty as a woman, it is now almost mandatory to have an OF. It is kind of weird on the internet. We are heading in a weird direction. I'm sorry, that man doesn't deserve a bank account. No, he doesn't. He doesn't deserve that money. Just look at how much good you could have done with that money instead of spending it on a, I'm gonna just straight up say it, on a whore. Was that Elon Musky? Well, that man was certainly musky, that's for sure. Her little brother, is that what you said? Yeah, she was like recording things with her brother, like not like for OF, but like clips for like, for example, for TikTok, where like he was asking her degenerate questions and stuff, really weird. So do they collaborate together? Today I'm gonna collaborate with so and so for my new OF video.
people subscribed right away?
Yeah.
Should they be in jail?
Yeah.
It's sad to see. Sad to see.
Damn, she's based. But did she delete the website, like her account?
I was scrolling on TikTok looking for content for my previous videos that I did on Lily Phillips and Bonnie Blue, and I was gonna put a whole video together on the problem with OnlyFans, so I was looking into other OnlyFans creators. So I was scrolling and I came across the Bop House. Now before we dive into the Bop House, let me tell you the definition of a bop. A bop is someone who posts their body on the internet or gets around with everybody, if you know what I mean. Remember the good old days when bop meant a really good song? You know, you like recommend someone a song and you're like, oh, you have to listen to this song, it's a bop. Or like the innocent days of High School Musical, bop 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 to the top. Sharpay was my queen.
Those times are over, my dear. Those times are over. They are over. We are cooked. She has a podcast. Oh no. Can't be much worse than the Hawk Tour podcast, to be fair.
Or Bippity Boppity Boo, my favorite Disney princess. I miss those days. Now that we both know the definition of bop, I'm sure you can assume what the Bop House is all about. The Bop House is the first OnlyFans content creator house. So think the spicy version of Hype House, or the modern day
the spicy version of the what was that the part that K is the group that K is the spicy version of the site men. The site women.
Playboy Mansion, dare I say? Not the same, but can paint the picture a little bit for you. It's this giant home filled with OnlyFans models, aka bops, filming content together. The Bop House has a growing social media presence of over 200,000 followers on Instagram and 2 million on TikTok.
As a content creator who reacts to this kind of stuff, I have to say, every time I see a half-naked woman, I'm really scared of getting annihilated on the spot. I am so scared all the time. Like the with the girls right now on the pool, like every single nerve in my body activated. Remember when Goon didn't mean jacking? Yeah. When it was like a bad guy, a villain. Sidemen were actually fun though. Yeah, very likely. They really have their own TikTok, huh? Never mind, ban the thing. I don't care.
Plus the individual pages of each of these girls, which are rapidly growing. We're talking hundreds and thousands of followers weekly. So let me quickly run through all of the girls. Let me introduce you to them. I have a feeling I am not going to say all of their last names correctly. So to stay away from that, I'm going to just introduce them by their first names. First up, we've got Alina. She is 24 years old. Aisha, 22 years old. Camilla, 22 years old. Julia.
How is this bitch young? How are these bitches younger than me? How? Oh my god. They will suck out your soul. Not my soul, though. They're not probably doing much anyways. I don't know if this is worth it than Amber unavailable or not. I have no idea, man.
22 years old. Joy, just 19 years old. And Ava, again, just 19 years old. That is so crazy to me. All of these girls are younger than me. Then we have Sophia Rain.
Almost all of these girls are younger than me. America is wild. This couldn't exist here. Oh my god. Well, it will. It will. Because, let's face it, what the Americans started usually goes over to us Europeans, so this will eventually happen. Says, like, Shang Tsung, your soul is mine. Did they start in web on their 18th birthday? Yes, pretty much. Didn't you hear what the first girl said? Like, one of the first girls? Like, there were dudes spawn camping for her 18th birthday. Who are these men? Like a birthday gift. 19 is nuts. Like, you have to consider this 19, right? Probably still she started this I guess at 18. I can almost guarantee. You're barely out of school. You do not even know what you want from life, and you like fuck up your life that early? Pretty much got out of school with a handicap.
Creator of the Bop House and the final boss of OnlyFans.
You are aware that, like, you're the final boss when it comes to OF, right?
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Is that what they call it?
Mm-hmm.
She made a whopping $43 million in 2024.
She's made waves recently when she revealed she's made an astonishing $43 million in earnings over the past year.
That's more than, like, star athletes.
Does this OnlyFans model make more or less than these NBA players? Jason Tatum.
Probably $40 million a year. I'm going to assume he makes more than Sophie Rain.
That is diabolical. You have to consider these men work hard all their life. They may be talented in some way, okay? But they still have to work hard. She just exists. She just exists. What is this?
He makes less. He makes $35 million. Anthony Edwards makes just less than Mrs. Rain. Oh, I gave away a little hint. $42 million.
Okay. I would assume he has got to make more.
Not quite, Brian. He makes $43 million. Rudy Gobert.
Less.
Rudy Gobert makes slightly more.
That's crazy.
He makes $43.8 million.
That is crazy.
Sophie Rain made $43.4 million.
That's insane.
That's insanity, if you ask me. And she's only 20 years old. The following they have on their socials is just wild. And collectively, they have a lot of eyes on them. And with that comes a lot of power, a lot of influence. And that includes a lot of influence on younger girls, which is why I'm creating this video. Now,
this really is just, this is not the side men, this is the side horse. $43 million to be a female, that's wild. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. She really just probably just like eats well and looks pretty. It's 43 million. We have so much. It is so weird that kind of money is so misplaced a lot.
if a video of theirs were to pop up on your For You page while you're scrolling, or you came across their page and was looking through their content, you may not think much of it. Oh, it's just a bunch of young girls dancing around in their pajamas, or Spider-Man suits, superhero suits, or just very revealing.
To be fair, I'll just block them if I see it. I'll be completely honest. If I see, like, every time, like, something like that, close to that, comes onto my, for example, if I scroll on TikTok or something, and I see stuff like that, I'll just send that into the afterlife.
Clothing, which is not abnormal on social media. You see a lot of girls doing this, so it comes off as relatable. They're having a good time. They're just like me and you. Relatability causes people to like you, and due to this relatability, there's a lot of younger girls wanting to be a part of this group, looking up to them. They come off as the everyday girl, but they're making bank.
What do you do for a living to afford a car like this?
I do.
How much do you make?
A couple M's.
How much is this car?
500? I don't know. I don't look. I just tap. I don't have time for this. Like, I just pay for it, you know?
Is this your only vehicle?
No. I bought my dad a Corvette, and then my R8 is in the shop.
The fact that she can literally just like she doesn't even have to worry about money. She just looks good and that's it. And makes enough money to not even worry. That is crazy. That is crazy.
The G-Wagon, I could crash it. I wouldn't give a about it.
Now, I bet you these young girls are not signing up for their OnlyFans subscriptions. They're not seeing what these men pay for, the content they have to post in order to live in the place that they're at, to have the cars that they drive. They're not doing their research on what they'd be getting themselves into. And although I have personally not ever been in that line of work, I can assure you that it is not all that you see on TikTok. Now, the Bop House, I believe, is still looking for new members to join their house. If you look under the hashtag Bop House on TikTok, there are young girls auditioning to be in this house, doing the same dance moves as these
young girls auditioning. This is not some VTuber agency! Stop it! Stop it. No! No! What are you doing? This is my audition for the minor Bob House? This is my official application to join the Bob House. Bob House taking schoolgirls. There's in school too. Yeah, it is so over. We are so cooked. Hi Toast, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good. We are so cooked. Society is cooked.
These girls wearing tight clothing, treating this as another TikTok trend. One of the girls that auditioned you may or may not have heard of. Her name is Piper, and she's just 17 years old. She's a child YouTuber. I think she's had YouTube since she was like 9. She reminds me a lot of, I think her name was Danny, dancing around in
17. 17. Yo, TikTok, if you hear this, do something. 17 is wild. This is diabolical. I'm auditioning to be an OnlyFans person. Apparently so. Like, not hi, His Majesty, hi. But, it's like, not the sideman, but the side horse. That's what she's auditioning for.
In revealing clothing on the internet. So like I said, she's just 17 years old. So legally, the Bop House cannot take them under their wing yet.
Now, I do not need to tell you why something called the Bop House is devastating to feminism, but I do want to bring to light what I think is the most disturbing aspect of it. In their most recent video, they are advertising for a new girl. Now, I looked at the comments, and unsurprisingly, there were lots of people tagging creators. A 17-year-old girl was the most requested creator to join the Bop House. People wanting a 17-year-old to join.
The thing is, at this young age, you may...
These motherfuckers once again are spawn camping. These fuckers are once again spawn camping for her to turn 18. And there will be motherfuckers out there that say, hey, she's 18 now, she can do what she wants. But I still consider this predatory. This is predatory. I don't care what others say. Those little kitty PJs are kind of cute. It would be cute if she wasn't auditioning to live in the same house as, what was it called? The final boss of OnlyFans? They're so young, bro. Of course.
May not see an issue with this, but as you grow up and your frontal lobe develops, you learn more about yourself, your beliefs, your values. You may change your mind. And that digital footprint sticks around. You gotta think about your future, and if you happen to want children, you gotta think about them as well. Think about how it could impact their life.
Not only your children's, but your husband's life. Just imagine, like, you want to find you're done and you want to find a husband, and it's like, good luck. You won't find one. Like. And if you do find one, he better not have a social media presence, because my god, this man will be bombarded constantly by videos of his wife getting down dirty with random dudes. Like, ugh. And then your children get bullied. Not to mention that, your children get bullied. Without their parents doing, their parents aren't doing like anything. They probably enjoy the money. I wish money wasn't as much of a god as it is right now. I actually don't believe people buy photos for like money, bro. But apparently they do. That's camping before the game even starts. They probably get fresh out of school.
OnlyFans may seem like a quick path to wealth, keyword seem, but at what cost?
Yeah, it may like look appealing, like money, like $43 million, but it's not worth it. It's not. Like, there is a different path for you. Like, you'll make money, it might not be $43 million, but there is a path for you. Bro, I learned from my mistake, I promise you. We need to take these phones away and start putting Bibles in their hands.
As an OnlyFans creator, you/your body becomes a product.
That lady is based. And like I said, we have more and more cases of adult actresses and actors committing self-deletion because it left a mark on their permanent mark on their mental health. We know this. I'd still hit despite her age. If you hit that, sorry, but we must spray you with holy water.
It becomes viewed and treated as such. That can be tough for anyone who's seeking love or real, genuine connections. While there are some that genuinely enjoy the work, I believe most people do desire stable relationships. And again, possibly a family in the future, which can be difficult to navigate as an OnlyFans model. I worry that many especially young girls, barely of legal age, don't fully understand the long-term effects of doing this line of work. The effects of entering the industry at an age where your mind isn't even fully developed. I don't know about y'all, but when I was these girls' age, the young girls now that are just mindlessly scrolling on TikTok, I was out there.
I'm 14, so she's... Hey! I mean, maybe you should dial up Bonnie Blue. She does it with barely legal boys.
Playing with my friends in the neighborhood. Honestly, I was still playing with my Bratz dolls. I played with those till like a very ripe age. Having sleepovers with my girlfriends, making cookies, watching silly rom-coms. The good old days when social media wasn't a big thing. My role models were girls like Vanessa Hudgens, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez. I'm so grateful that I grew up in really like the last generation that didn't evolve around social media. The last generation that didn't have their phones glued to their hands at all.
I would say late, early Zoomers was a really good spot to be born. The alphas are cooked, and late Zoomers are also cooked.
At all times was nothing like today. I cannot even imagine how young girls feel nowadays and just the pressures from social media. It seems like there's no awkward preteen phase anymore.
Why aren't kids today having ugly and awkward phases? Like, all my friends and I went through weird, awkward phases in middle school, and we share those pictures with each other. And when I look at middle schoolers now, I'm just like, you guys look grown. Like, they fully know how to do their makeup. They're dressed in Lululemon and Zara, and I'm just like, what? And like,
I mean, when I look at my past, I didn't really hit, like, it was really weird. I didn't have that awkward face, to be fair, probably because I had to grow up really quickly and be a little adult, but it's just like, what happened? Like, even if I remember, like, we can say, like, the girls don't really have, what's the word? Role models nowadays. But the men don't have either. Like, when I grew up, I had, like, role models like, Arnold, Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone, there were probably a bunch of more. Like, Hugh Jackman as those kind of people. And now it's like, what role models do boys have? Like Andrew Tate? Not gonna lie, I was a kid with a phone, but I didn't really use it before the pandemic. I had a phone that, like, my first proper phone that was like proper unrestricted access to the internet was like at like 15. And it wasn't even a good one. It was like a... Remember when Microsoft had phones? Yeah, I had one of those.
the colorful leggings, like, why is no one wearing them?
I wanted to do a whole video on that because it's just wild. I remember when I was in junior high, I would wear like pink leggings with a green Aeropostale t-shirt, different colored bows in my hair, and many different colored eyeshadows. It was a time, for sure. But you don't see young girls go through that phase anymore. The Claire's phase, you know? I wasn't allowed to watch shows or movies that were rated R or 18 plus. My parents said absolutely not. Now there's so much more content, unrated, on the internet that is easily accessible to these young girls. Content that children can be exposed to and parents have no idea. But these girls aren't looking up to Lizzie McGuire. It's girls like this now, exploiting and degrading themselves for large sums of money instead of using their talents, their ideas. It just feels like we're moving.
As usual, I'm very scared when they make sexually suggestive stuff. That scares me. That scares me. No, I didn't have unrestricted... Oh no, I didn't have unrestricted access to the internet. Okay. I see.
Backwards as women when our bodies are valued more than our minds. I don't know, lately it's just really discouraging to see things like this. The Bop House, Lily Phillips sleeping with 100 guys in 24 hours, Bonnie Blue sleeping with 1,057 in 12 hours.
And once again, I'm gonna say straight up, there will be somebody who will try to break that record. That'll happen. That'll happen, or there will be girls that will try to emulate that. I didn't have unrestricted internet access as well. You know why? Because I didn't know how to turn off safe search for like multiple years. Even like 7-year-old Gen Alpha knows Drake. Yeah.
So obviously it's not just the Bop House. There's a ton of other OnlyFans influencers out there with huge social media presence. They are honestly starting to become the new mainstream influencer. OnlyFans in general is becoming very mainstream. Social media influencers and OnlyFans models are kind of merging into one. And they even have fan pages, and I'm talking like a strong fandom. Like I'm talking the energy of like Team 10. Did I just unlock a memory for anybody? Now Sophie Rain did say that she doesn't want girls thinking this lifestyle is all sunshine and rainbows. She doesn't recommend quitting your job for OnlyFans. In my opinion, I feel with the type of content she boasts, with and without the girls,
That is hypocritical. That is hypocritical. You know why? You say girls shouldn't do this, but then you post it all over the internet. That's like saying, that's like me, I don't know, doing like these absurd, like, remember the good old, prank era of YouTube? And then, like, one started, and then everyone started doing pranks, like, saying, the first one saying, oh, don't do that, don't replicate it, don't do pranks. Everyone else is still gonna try and replicate that. That argument doesn't work. You can't say, hey, don't do that, and then do it yourself. Huh.
she is, whether it's intentional or not. Because the way these girls flash their money in luxury purchases, it just comes off in a very recruiting way, in my eyes. And when you hear how much these OnlyFans creators make, it's very easy to fall into the fantasy of it all. The fantasy of making thousands a month.
All right, how much did you make last month?
6 million.
All right, next person. That was underwhelming. I don't even. Aisha, how much did you make last month?
Like around 2.5 mil.
Do you feel poor yet? Because I do. How much did you make last month?
For existing, Jad. For existing. They are simply existing.
1 million.
Okay, how much did you make last month?
I just made 100K last month.
Yes!
Yay!
How much did you make last month? 600. $600? Okay. Wow.
But realistically, the average OnlyFans user makes about $150 to $180 per month, which equates to just $2,000 per year. You could make more starting an Etsy store, or just your average everyday job working at McDonald's, for example. So the reality is, this lavish lifestyle is for a very small percentage of people. Many people don't realize how challenging it actually is to make money on OnlyFans.
Let's poor girl do better. Yeah, remember, I know there's girls watching me. Like 15%. 15. Not 50. 15. $180 a month. This is not worth it. But there's one thing they can't get with money is heaven. However's a sin. I'm aware, obviously. It's just like, what are we doing here? Where are we heading? Like, this is not like, people are starting to treat this like it's like fucking having Snapchat or an Instagram account where you post pictures. People are starting to treat it like that. Eventually you won't find a girl that does not have one. And if everyone is a whore, no one will be. I remember when a friend tried to scare me, I got so stalled I almost punched her. Luckily I missed. But then it's kind of her fault still if she gets punched.
And aspiring to become an OnlyFans model is not as straightforward as it seems. The market is very much oversaturated with tons of people joining, including celebrities. So to have success, it requires a lot of strong skills in marketing, business, and social media to stand out. What makes this situation harmful to society, beyond the impact of these young women, is that it's taking people away from vital jobs that are often difficult. It's alarming that teachers, doctors, etc. can make more money on OnlyFans than in their profession. That's why they're leaving. And these jobs not being properly compensated is a huge issue. The fact that some OnlyFans models are making more than teachers, vets, nurses, doctors, athletes.
True. True. That's why I said that money is, like, our values are completely misplaced right now. Like, a doctor should get more than somebody like that. It's like, eventually will lead to raping is legal. I wouldn't say that far, but the world has become something else. Yeah. Remember, I think in Iran now it's legal to marry a 9-year-old. They legalize that now. Which is like, how can you, like, move it from 18 to 9? What the heck happened?
Etc. is insane, and it's really sad. And if the world continues this way, underpaying normal professions, jobs we need humans to be taking part in, this will continue to spiral. This work is often picked up by those who are struggling, that cannot afford to pay for food, clothing, a home. It shouldn't be the first resort for freshly 18-year-olds.
The night you turned 18,
I'm gonna say it. If you live here in the West, this is not necessary at all. You don't need to do that at all. Tell an African woman, like that exists actually in Africa, a mom who has to do this kind of stuff to genuinely survive, and tell her that you also have, when you live here, you have to do this to survive. I do not believe you. I do not believe you. I do not believe you. Most of these women don't have to do it. We are evolving just backwards. Oh no, it's evolving backwards. Marrying a minor is crazy. Apparently it's legal now. Really weird.
registered to vote?
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, you thought I was going to say join the military.
No, I was going to say is when I joined OnlyFans.
You joined OnlyFans the night you turned 18?
I think so, yeah.
And people subscribed right away?
Yeah.
Should they be in jail?
Yeah.
This line of work used to be looked down upon, not empowering. It's a concerning trend going on right now, so I just wanted to talk about it. I didn't dive into the moral shortcomings of men.
I mean, it is looked down upon. It is still looked down upon. It's just that the amount of lonely dudes has massively increased.
Just because, of course, that comes into play here. We know this. We've been shaming men for this behavior for years. I've received comments on my previous videos on Lily Phillips and Bonnie Blue saying, what about the men here? What about all the men lining up to do these acts? And I get it. If these men were out here filling these girls' pockets, this industry wouldn't survive.
Sophia Rain just revealed who her top spender was.
I mean, I agree. These were, I think, again, both are to blame. You should not do this, and men should not pay for this. I think men should generally just avoid porn altogether, but that's never gonna happen. But in general, I think both sides are to blame here. Just the night when she turned 18, she joined OnlyFans and got subs. Imagine the men is just like 50-year-old dudes, because it is like it's either dudes who are really old, or it's dudes that are just really lonely. It's one of the two, because somebody who has a partner, who has a healthy sex life, does not pay for this. 5 million just to see boobs? Yeah, 5 million just to see boobs. Even though I can just type in on Google big booba and get like 30 million results.
And he spent almost $5 million. His name is Charlie. He spent
And you know what's funny? A lot of these creators, I'm not gonna go prostitutes straight up. They have like a message thing, like they message their like the people that pay for this, right? But it's somebody else messaging them. So you pay for this and message this chick, and then on the other side, it's another dude answering your horny texts. Weird as hell.
$84 in subscriptions, over $250,000 in messages, and $4.4 million in tips. Charlie, whoever you are, bro, please answer me this question. What could you have possibly gained from almost spending $5 million? After he seen the post that she made, this is what he decided to do. Draining your entire life savings, your entire 401k.
What the fuck? My angel, saw your tweet. I'm glad to be your number one. Here's your daily allowance for the day, beautiful. Go buy something nice for yourself. Is this fucking Findom? But he already like submitted. She doesn't even have to do anything. What the fuck? What? What the hell? That is pathetic beyond belief. Yeah, he better doing the deed with her, cause my god. That is not working. What is he doing? Back in my day, we go big boobies. No virus, real, no scam, give please. Then she be like... That is crazy. I bet if they're dating, she's just gonna use him as money though. Yeah. Very likely.
For what?
It's sad to see. Sad to see.
Naked girls online are not good for you. They're giving you a sense of abundance of women that you don't have in your life and that you think you have by illusion. What this is doing is forcing you, to some extent, to feel like you have the possibility of...
I think he's technically true. I see like these opposing sides. Where it's like... Corn makes men believe that there is an abundance. And dating apps makes women believe there is an abundance. Maybe this is a stretch here, but I see similarities. There is no abundance. If you find a good person, keep them. Hold them. Hold them tight. Never let them go.
Meeting all these women online, which you're never gonna meet because they have 1 million followers and they don't even know you exist. Even if you're talking to them on OnlyFans, you actually think you're talking on OnlyFans. You're actually talking to a team, so stop. You're wasting money. Invest that money in something more important. And at the same time, it's preventing you from finding the love of your life. What you should do instead is focus on area of life that you want to focus on. So if you want to focus on work, focus on work. If you want to focus on getting a girl, get a girl. But
don't focus on work as much as I do. That is not a good thing. Take his advice, not my advice. Okay, Toast. What the fuck?
Work towards it. OnlyFans is up your whole life.
Men as consumers in the OnlyFans industry can have a negative impact on women in several ways. Many male subscribers objectify female creators, viewing them solely as sources of entertainment or sexual gratification, which dehumanizes them and reduces their value to their content. This mindset can lead to a lack of respect for the women behind the profiles.
Otherwise, I need to reverse it. Why do you, as a woman though, want to have these kind of men as your viewers and like as your supporters? Because there's always two sides of the coin. On the one side, you have the men that consume this content, and on the other side you have the women that offer this kind of stuff. And I don't think morally one is above the other.
Making it difficult for creators to be seen as whole individuals beyond their work. Additionally, women can feel pressures.
But at the same time, like, you're your own person. Like, let's stop infantilizing women. Women are not children. They can look after themselves. These women are adults. They are just as much at fault as the dudes watching it. If you're gonna objectify you, people are gonna objectify you more. Exactly. They just can't because of money. Yeah. It's an easy way here to make money.
From men to create content that they may not feel comfortable doing, just to meet the expectations of their audience. Male consumers may also send inappropriate or disrespectful messages, so harassment is also a significant issue. The male consumer can also keep harmful beauty standards alive. This can lead to body image issues for creators and...
Here's a hot take. The beauty standards in the beauty industry for women do not come from men. They come mostly from other women. I said it.
Create an environment where women feel pressure to alter their appearance to meet unrealistic expectations, often resulting in unhealthy behaviors. So, in summary, the behavior of men as a consumer in the OnlyFans industry often objectifies women, can pressure them to compromise on their morals, can expose them to harassment and exploitation, and this, of course, can negatively affect mental health, your body image, and overall well-being. All of this is known, this is not new information, but women need to be held accountable as well for being the drug dealers really in this scenario, feeding into men's addiction to corn. Both parties are at fault here. Now I want to hear...
Like, it's the addiction but with men, it's the loneliness that comes with that. It is just a mixture of bad mental health problems that are not, and bad lifestyle choices that are not often enough addressed in society. Like, let's face it, nobody's addressing corn addiction properly. Nobody does it. There is no mental health experts talking about it. Like, nobody does that because the industry is just so big that nobody cares.
Hear your thoughts and opinions on the situation. Do you think these young girls desiring to be part of the corn industry is a problem? Do you think boys will grow up thinking that this is normal for women to do?
Porn is such a bad thing for young men because if you regularly watch it, you're addicted to it. It puts you in a place where you always need novelty. But when I was younger, I could meet a great girl, but after a few weeks or a few months, I would pretty much play her out because I got bored because of social media. When you watch it often, when you watch it at all, you always watch different things, which creates these new scenarios, these new playouts, and these new girls that you're basically lusting over and over again. This constant new girl creates this idea of novelty, something new, it's exciting. These girls were beautiful, they treated me great, they wanted to make me a priority, and it would have been a great relationship. But to me, it was like, she's great, but I wonder if I could get the same thing in someone hotter.
I agree. I think there's a really good opposing side here. On one side, we have men believing that they may have the chance of getting somebody more attractive, and on the other side, we have women believing that maybe they can get somebody with more resources. And then they throw something good away. Not really, I disagree. They start by women, sure, but they continue because men like it, give them attention, and women start believing on that's pretty, and hence new beauty standards are created. I've watched so many Stephanie Lang videos that I am seeing this as not the men necessarily pushing it, but the beauty industry pushing it. The women in the beauty industry and the beauty industry themselves. Because let's face it, the need of, for example, wearing makeup, that does not come from you as a human. If nobody ever showed you makeup, you will not wear makeup. But because the beauty industry shows you makeup, you will wear makeup. It's the same thing here. It's really just the fault of consumerism. It's like gambling your girl away for something better. Yup, that's what it is.
I know that makes me sound like an ass, I get it. This is the opposite reaction to the same addiction, and most people never actually talk about it.
What do you guys think our future looks like? I look forward to hearing your thoughts and opinions down below. Keep it respectful. I love y'all so much, and I hope to see you in my next.
If we don't have any moral course correction here, OnlyFans will be on the similar level as like having an Instagram account. If we push this more and more. Because, like, if 19-year-olds are already doing it, we might be cooked. Genuinely.